All right. What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. This is a Sunday sports edition. I got my guys in here. I got Tump, I got Clayton, and I got my guy Man. My fault, fellas. I'm in here. I always check the volume with the on the other screen just to make sure people can hear us. But what's good, fellas?
Yeah, man. What's up? What's up?
All is well.
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
Man, hey man, so what's going on with golf season? It's a wrap?
Yeah. Once it get cold, I don't play once it gets cold. So yeah, it's pretty much done for me.
Do you do like the what if you go to driving ranges and stuff like that? And they got the driving ranges.
Yeah.
Outside, right?
Well, no. Most of the driving ranges are outside, but I do driving ranges because they got some heated ones, and I do play some indoor golf sometimes, but that's expensive. So.
Yeah.
Man, let me ask you something. Can that Top Golf? I've never been to Top Golf. A lot of people, that's real popular, right? Can that really simulate a round, or is it not really? Okay.
No, not really. No. Top Golf is fad. And let me tell you something about Top Golf. If you look at the financial reports on Top Golf, they can really go out of business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Man, you say that, man. I think that one that's downtown was like up for sale at one time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Down there by the stadium. I don't know if that's still the case, but I heard that one was supposed to be going up for sale at one time.
Yeah, the fad on Top Golf, and the problem is it's so expensive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Two people can't go down there in Top Gun and spend on $100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Top Golf. So it's too expensive, and it's a novelty type situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not like bowling. It's not like other things where you can do leagues and it's real competitive. Top Golf is not competitive at all.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What about those indoor? Because I know some people, they'll get a indoor simulator and they'll practice their swing.
Right, now that's what I do.
You got one of them in your house?
No, but I do go to an indoor simulator though.
Yeah.
Practice and everything when it get cold.
Yeah.
And that's like a screen up, right, Clayton? That's the one you're talking about?
It's like a screen.
Yeah, I seen
you putting it on the tee and you really swinging it. You working on the swing and stuff. Yeah.
You can put those in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you got the room to swing the golf club,
right.
You're fine. You can do it.
Oh, okay. All right, man. So look, today I want to really talk about this football, right? We got a couple of big games coming up, especially with the Steelers and the Ravens, right?
That's it, boy.
Man, let me ask y'all take on this Mike Tyson fight, man. What did y'all think about the Mike Tyson fight?
Oh man,
publicity.
You know, it was already predetermined, man. Before the you already know, man.
That was the publicity, and I'm gonna tell you the underneath portion that a lot of people aren't looking at right now. It's to set up the Netflix sports. Okay, they wanted to see what they can get with and Mike Tyson not that big big name. Pual is not. They're not boxers. You know what I'm saying? They only actually had 3 boxing matches of professional boxers on the card. It was all about that fight was all about Netflix to see what they have to do to see who they can get to tune in and to get the bugs out. Half the people was buffing during the fight where they were having buffing problems and everything.
Oh, really?
And Netflix.
I didn't even get to see it live because I went through the same thing, man. I went through the same thing you talking about.
There was buffering issues?
Yeah, because I think it was so many people tuned in that it might overload the circuit.
Overloaded, because I had it on, but I fell asleep. Okay. So I didn't even know that was happening. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, see, what a lot of people don't understand, too, it was one of those things that Netflix was testing. Their live broadcast, because remember, Netflix really don't go live. Even when they do their comedy specials, it's delayed.
Yeah,
but they did. Didn't they do the Chris Rock? They did the Chris Rock show live though.
But it was delayed though. It was on a delay. They're trying to get into sports, and Netflix is
get into it.
Right, they're trying to get the first thing they're trying to acquire is a soccer league, a worldwide soccer league, and they needed to have some type of what they call it, a big bag of work to show these leagues that we can do this.
We can do it.
And that fight was part of the big bag of work that they can say, hey, people do tune in live, and we can bring the audience out. So I mean,
they're gonna hike the price up too. If that's the case, they're gonna hike the price up too.
I'm telling you, sooner or later, Netflix is going to be one of the big major 5 of stations
that be streaming stuff.
Shit,
streaming live and everything else.
Absolutely.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see
with Amazon Prime. They gotta compete with Amazon Prime and stuff.
Exactly.
A piece of that pie, man, because it's a big one. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you got to remember too, Major League Baseball, that contract is coming up soon. So if Netflix can get Major League Baseball and take it away from one of the big 3, who knows where Netflix can go with that.
Yeah, or just get in on it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't, they just get in on it. That's a good point. That's a good point. But Mike Tyson got paid $20 million for that, man.
That's what I said. Yes.
And I'm gonna say this: they trying to legitimize this guy, Jake Paul, man. They trying to legitimize. He's talking about he want a Canelo fight. No way, man, that he should even have the opportunity to fight Canelo now. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he was like, who should he fight? And I say, let him fight my man who lost to Fury. What's his name? That used to knock everybody out. What's his name?
The big dude from Russia?
No, Deontay Wilder.
No.
Fight Deontay.
Oh, Wilder. Deontay Wilder. Yeah.
I say he shouldn't be able to come right in and get a title shot with Canelo, man.
Has he fought any boxers?
Right. I was going to say.
Because when he fought Mayweather wasn't a boxer no more. He was a trainer.
Okay.
Who? Mayweather.
No, who fought him?
Didn't Paul fight
Mayweather? No. McGregor, the MMA guy, McGregor fought Mayweather, not Jake Paul. Not Jake Paul.
So look, but y'all, okay. So you say that he shouldn't. He don't have. He not even. He shouldn't even have the opportunity to fight Wilder, right? My thing is the reason why I didn't watch that fight because I didn't think he was worthy of fighting Mike Tyson, with Mike Tyson being the one of the greatest of all times. You know what I mean? So I thought that situation for Mike Tyson was a lose-lose situation. If Mike wins that fight, then so what? You know what I mean? All right, you beat a guy who's not really a boxer, and then if Mike lose that fight, then it's kind of like a stain on his legacy.
Man, you can tell Mike, even at 58 years old, man.
Yes.
Mike was pulling like a natural reaction, man. Mike Tyson still got that instinct. Yeah. And there was a couple times he damn near went off script. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he went off script. He held up, Tom. I saw that. Yes.
Man, he damn near went off, man. And
he almost went off script. Yep.
Because he was just reflexes. Reflexes for a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? His brain had to say, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to legitimize
Jake Paul. Yeah. But he doesn't have the boxing skills at all to battle any of those contenders. And I'm not even sure if he can handle some of them guys coming up in the ranks.
Right.
He just don't have the skills. He don't have the skills to me.
No, that's why I was saying that's why I didn't watch the fight, because I knew it was scripted. Like I said, I think, but do y'all think that he could legitimately beat Mike Tyson?
No. When Mike hit him one time and had him off. And like man said, he almost went off script and he held himself. If Mike would have followed that up, he'd have knocked that boy out. I'm talking about early in the fight.
Mike don't have the same quickness and the same head.
No. He hit hard. He still hit hard.
He hit hard, man. So I think Mike can beat him.
That's why I didn't watch it, because I knew that that like the fight wasn't legitimate. I was like, even at 58 years old, I didn't think that he would be able to last a full round if Mike sure enough was was going.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all ever seen Mike sparring, hitting the guy, man, Mike wasn't even moving like that in that fight.
That's what I was saying this to Mike earlier. I was saying to Mike that that event they put on. This has been building for years because of those videos that they've been leaking of Mike training and boxing people and stuff like that. That's what drew the curiosity out of the fan. Like, damn, Mike look good. Like he's got a shot. But I saw those videos, and you're right. He wasn't moving like he was in some of those videos, those training sessions and stuff. But I will say,
hitting hard and stuff. Even though, yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't even
it
like
wasn't ferocious. Yeah.
To the one with him and Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones. Yeah.
You know, Mike couldn't hit him in the face. That was
right.
part of, you know, that
was part of the contract, part of the exhibition. Yeah. Hey, but Jake Paul, Jake Paul, I'm gonna say this, he deserves, I'm gonna give him some credit for deserving some of these bouts because he's built an audience and he's the one promoting these fights. He was the promoter of that fight.
Yeah, he got
right. So he's got cash. He's got the cachet to put money in these guys' pockets. So with that alone, he's kind of deserving because he's going to give the guys a payday. So, and that's why I say God bless him because he put 20 million in Mike's pocket. How many 58-year-old boxers can come box a 27-year-old kid and get a $20 million payday? So God bless him, man.
That's why.
I guess my question is he trying to be a legitimate boxer or what's the deal with it? Because if he's trying to be a legitimate boxer, sooner or later he's gonna have to fight some legitimate boxers.
Right.
But sooner or later it can't be exhibitions.
Right. Sooner or later it can't be exhibition.
Right.
Well,
and I think the problem is because
I think it can always be exhibitions if he's going to finance them like what he's doing now.
Yes, like he's doing now.
But if he does exhibitions, he doesn't get ranked in the boxing ring. I mean, he doesn't get ranked in boxing.
That don't legitimize him. If all he fighting is exhibitions, that don't.
I'm not worried about that though.
Yeah. I don't know if he's worried about being legitimized.
But so why? I guess so. You're doing it for the money, then. I guess you're not really trying to make yourself out being a boxer. You're doing it for the money.
Absolutely. Yeah. He done built his weight up, man. He making money off that.
Yeah.
Jim from North said the Texas Commission should look at it, but they can't look at it because it wasn't a sanctioned fight.
Right.
No, the Texas Department of Licensing and Registration, they sanctioned it.
Right, they did.
This is the exhibition.
But it's an exhibition. It's an exhibition fight.
But it
can be scripted.
Scrutiny. They don't come under the same scrutiny as
right. They come under the same scrutiny with wrestling.
Right.
But this is how they build the fight and label. They said it was sanctioned and it was going to be a scored card event. So while we know it's an exhibition because the way they changed the rules, like only 2-minute, 8-minute rounds, but they saying they're scoring the fight. So it got sanctioned. But see, that's the play on words to get the public bought in. They said it was sanctioned and it was going to be scored.
Yeah, you can say anything going to be scored.
Right. Absolutely. Right. So they have no interest. They have no interest in diving into it because they sanctioned it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep score in a scrimmage basketball game, but that don't mean that, you know what I mean? It's,
you call fouls, right? You can call fouls in a game and all that. That don't mean it's official. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm just saying that was the play on words to get the general public's interest, like it was a legitimate fight. That's all.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes under the same scrutiny that wrestling comes under. Wrestling is all scripted, but they're doing the moves are real moves that they're doing. It's just the outcome is scripted. That's all.
That's right.
So, and I mean, like I said, if he's trying to be a legitimate boxer, he's going to have to get into one of these conferences and start boxing their professional boxers.
Yeah.
But
would you really do that? If these guys are going through the ranks, trying to get ranked and championship bouts to make 20, 30 million, when this guy making that shit, just promoting his own shit and doing what he's doing.
No,
would you really want to go through that?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Not at all.
But don't try to come across as a legitimate fighter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And you got to remember too. His stuff is fading out. His competition is dying. I mean, he got a big payday fighting a 58-year-old Mike Tyson.
Right.
Where is his next bout's going to come from?
Right.
But see, there's some curiosity surrounding him now. So if he can lure in what we say, Deontay Wilder or whatever, if he can lure in a guy like that that's kind of on the tail end of his career and set up a fight like that, he can there's still people out there that he can, he can WWF these matchups.
Right, but Deontay Wilder be willing to fight him, knowing what's going on with that.
20 million?
No, listen. Would that be an exhibition? See, because if Deontay Wilder say, all right, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to try to knock his head off. You know what I'm saying? So he won't stick to the script either.
Right.
Yeah, he won't stick to the script either. So somebody that's willing to stick to the script.
Well, it depends on that payday and that contract. If he want that bag and the bag say do this, will he do it?
Yeah, they need to pay him. They need to pay him after the fight. But that's what they need to do. Pay him after the fight.
But check it out, though. Even with all that you said, though, Clayton, that's legitimize him as a real fighter.
No, you're right. Yeah, we all agree. That's not going to legitimize him. I'm just saying, I can't even see his desire to want to be legitimized. I think he wants to keep kind of putting his narrative out like he can and he wants to be to keep the public interest there. But I don't think he really cares about that.
Right.
Yeah.
That man, he got a sweet hustle going now.
I think if he want to never payday, he should pay the money, get Suge Knight out for him a day and fight Suge Knight. Get him out for a day, fight Suge Knight. I'll go to that. I'll turn into Netflix and watch that fight, yo. Shit.
Yeah, but so and Jim make a good point, right? He said, but you can't bet on pro wrestling, right? And so that's how you know.
Whoa. They got legislation in so they can. I was reading about that last week. They have legislation in Vegas, Jersey, Atlantic City and a couple other states where they can start betting on the outcome of wrestling. And you know why that is? Wrestling saying that you can bet on the outcome of the Grammy Awards, right? You can bet on that. And that's all scripted. They know ahead of time. It's all entertainment. Why can't you bet on wrestling? If you can bet on the Grammys, you should be able to bet on wrestling.
I didn't even know that on the Grammys. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can bet on anything.
And this Jake Paul fight, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight, there was a money line, but it was only for Jake Paul. You couldn't get no bet on Tyson, but you can get one on Jake Paul.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Yeah. That's how you know.
How does that work? You can't put no money on Tyson. How does that work? You can only bet on one party.
Because the people in Vegas knows what the script is. Nobody know if they know it's script. Nobody want to put a money line on the ultimate loser. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like taking your money. If they know they're going to lose, and you place a bet on it, they're taking your money because they already know they're going to lose. The whole money line was when Jake Paul is going to knock him down. If Jake Paul going to knock him out, is Jake Paul going to knock him out in the first or the fifth round? Stuff like that. But if they know it's going to lose, you don't take money on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and all of us would have been on Tyson. Yeah. Everybody would have betting Mike to win. Everybody would have been betting Mike to knock him out and all that stuff. So it would have been so lopsided. They can't even balance the book on it because all the money would have been on Tyson. Mike. Yeah.
And then hold up. Can you imagine?
That would have been
imagine the uproar? No, but can you imagine the loss? Right, but can you imagine the uproar to see that performance that Mike Tyson put on, knowing that you betted on him?
Oh yeah.
Right. So if it's the script, like man said, you bet on Mike, and then you see the fight, like hold up, and then it was fixed. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of controversy. A lot of controversy.
Yeah.
Well, crazy.
Before we get off of boxing and go to football, right? Let me ask y'all, did y'all hear the statement Mike made about legacy when he said legacy is not important? Legacy.
I love that statement. Yes.
Hey, Mike, say it.
Yes.
Say it, Mike. Say it. What did he say, Mike? I ain't get it.
Well, Well, basically, Mike said that the young lady said what she basically asked him, what do you want your legacy to be? When you leave, and he basically said that who can legacy is for people with egos, and that basically it's really not important once you're gone.
Yep. He said legacy is another word for ego. I love that statement, man.
So run it down for me, Clayton. Tell me why you like it, Clayton. Tell me why you like it.
Because it's a fact, because too many of these things are important to us in physical form and flesh, right? It's only a matter of ego. It's not a real thing. When you gone, you gone. People to move on, they live in their life, all this legacy stuff.
And
how valuable is it? It's like, it's almost like the number one concern of folks when they live in is other people's opinions of them. And now in your death, you worrying about other people's opinions of you. That's ridiculous.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
You can't leave your kids no legacy. Okay, you can leave them your name, but your accomplishments is your accomplishment. Your kids can't live off of your accomplishments. Like prime example, let me say the prime example. Martin Luther King was a great guy. His son had to drive his own direction to make his legacy known. He couldn't live off his father's legacy. He had to make his legacy known. So Mike Tyson is absolutely right. My legacy, I've already submitted who I am in boxing. I need to I can leave my kids $20 million or leave them my legacy. Which one would they rather have?
Well, that's part of your, that's what I'm saying. That's part of your legacy. That's part of your legacy. You know what I mean? You have a
no. Finance and legacies is two different things.
No.
Because you could be famous and be broke.
Well,
you can have a lot of money and not famous at all.
Be famous.
Look, let me push back on that. It's different levels. It's different parts to your legacy, right? You can leave a financial legacy, which Mike Tyson, and some people can do. And then there's a legacy where, as though, like your children and the people behind you, you teach them how to live and how to navigate in life. That's part of the legacy.
Right, but let me push back, because I wouldn't consider that legacy. I would consider that financial wealth. Legacy is something that somebody talks about to other people about you. That's what I consider the definition of legacy is. So if I'm rich, but don't nobody know that I'm rich, I'm still leaving my family money, but you don't know I'm rich because nobody's told you about it. Whereas that you live in a financial wealth. Now the legacy is, if I'm famous, I'm a famous basketball player, but I'm broke, but you know who I am when I walk in the door because I'm a famous basketball player. That's my legacy, because what I did on the court is my legacy. That's how you know me.
All right. So let me ask you this. Do parents have a responsibility to teach their kids how to live and how to navigate their way through life?
Yes, exactly. That's right. All a parent has to do. That's the parent primary focus. Is to show a kid how to be a better person than they were.
Does that go towards your legacy?
No, that goes towards teaching.
No. I agree with you, Mike. I agree with you. The part of your legacy is what you pass on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then in this instance, your children, and that can be knowledge, that wisdom, I'm saying? And it could be monetary as well. That's all that goes under the same umbrella as your legacy. I agree with that.
That's the part I don't agree with.
Define legacy first and foremost.
Tunk just said it. It's all under one umbrella.
No, but what's the definition of it? What's the definition?
No, I'm saying, what's the definition of legacy?
I don't know what Webster said about it. I don't know what Webster said about it, but my definition of a legacy is what you're able to pass on and leave that's relevant after you're no longer here.
See, my definition of legacy would be what someone knows you for when you were alive. Okay, so prime example, as I said, Martin Luther King, we know him to be an activist for Black America. That's to me, that's his legacy. Okay,
he passed on that to his children, and what they did with it, his ideology.
No, he passed on his wisdom to his children. He didn't pass on his legacy because neither one of his children were really big activists. His son is a preacher.
But what you can do with it, that's not on him. It's his job to pass it on and say, well, look, these are the instructions. Now you got the instructions, and what you choose to do with it, I have nothing to do with.
Right, but that's why I'm saying that's why my definition of legacy is different from you guys, because just a legacy is something that one person can own and only that one person.
And bringing it back to Mike Tyson, when the young lady asked him, "What do you want your legacy to be?" the first thing he said is, "I don't believe in that. I don't care nothing about legacy. That's just another word for ego." So per him, she was asking him, "What you want your legacy to be?" He gets to define it. He's not consumed. He's not consumed with what he's remembered for.
And that's
like, when I'm gone, I'm gone.
That's fine, and I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. That's why I love this statement so much, because he said it's just another word for ego, and I love that statement.
I can dig it, but that don't mean he doesn't have one. Just because he don't believe in the word, and you know what I mean, and what it stands for, that don't mean Mike Tyson doesn't have a legacy.
Yeah, but that's per people. But hold up, but that's per people. He don't give a fuck about that. That's what they want to do. That's what they do. That's not his legacy unless he owns it.
If Mike didn't care about legacy and leaving something for his kids, then he would not have fought for a $20 million payday. Because I'm sure that $20 million that he earned for that fight is not just for him. It's for
that's because you. But that's because you. That's because Mike. That's because you're equating legacy with money.
No,
so you're saying that he wouldn't have took that fight if he didn't care about legacy, money. Then he might not define it that way.
I'm saying, look, I'm saying that legacy, part of your legacy is financial too. If you are fortunate enough to be able to leave somebody some financial wealth, along with the knowledge that you have and the wisdom that you have concurred through your life, then that could be part of it too. But when you tell people, all right, so when you tell people on one hand that legacy is not important, then your actions show that you're trying to submit your legacy.
No, but the actions show per how you perceiving it. That's your definition.
No,
that don't mean that's what his actions are showing.
I'm telling you what he did. That's why I'm
that doesn't mean because he fought, he was concerned with his legacy. That's your definition.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask this question.
Whoa, man. Clayton, why did he fight then? If it wasn't for money, then
he fought because he fought for the $20 million payday.
Right.
But for him,
that's a payday, not a legacy.
What I'm saying to you is he fought because there was a way to make money. He's got to feed his family, he put roof over his head, he's got expenses. That's survival. That's his way of surviving. That don't got nothing to do with his legacy. In his mind.
How do you know in his mind? And number one,
because he said, "I don't believe in the word legacy."
Look, I'm going by his actions.
But you're going by his actions, but you are defining his actions per how you see it.
So let me ask you this question. Have we ever did something for money that we knew, okay, I don't want like a job. Like I don't want to take this job, but I got to feed my family. So I'm going to take this job. We all have done it. Money and legacy don't equate with each other because you do what you got to do for money. You build a legacy by what your accomplishments are. Okay. So those two have nothing to really do with each other because anybody will do anything they have to do for money. Let's be honest with that.
So a person, a man, I'm just gonna keep this on the man thing. So a man who's not rich, you understand, who's not have financial wealth, generational wealth, what would that man legacy be?
No, his legacy will be what he does. You don't have to be financial wealthy to have a legacy. Martin Luther King, prime example. He was not rich.
That's my point.
Everybody in the world know who he is because his actions, not because of his money.
But
I got an answer for you, Tank. I got an answer.
Go ahead, Clayton. Go ahead.
I got an answer for you, Tank. Your legacy can be your impact you have on people.
Right.
Exactly.
That
Right.
could be.
That's a legacy.
Famous or not.
That could be. Yeah, it could be.
Famous or not. That's what he's saying.
Right.
Impact could be the wisdom that you pass on. That impact could be the money that you pass on. So that's a part of your legacy.
Right.
So
yes, but what I'm not disagreeing with your definition of it, Mike. I'm just saying you can't put your definition on Mike Tyson.
No, I'm not.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying that Mike, like some people, people who have influence, like what Mike Tyson do, they will tell you that legacy is not important. But even if you're not in Mike Tyson's position or legacy is very important. You have kids who coming up behind you. You have kids. All right. So a father should not have to impart not even looking at the financial part of it, but a father should not have to impart any type of wisdom or show his kids how to maneuver and survive in this world at all.
Wow. No, that's not true. You know why he does it? You know why he does it, Mike? You know why he does it, Mike? Right. Because of love. He loves his kids. That's why he do it. Right. And let me finish. And when you love something, you do it with no feeling or need for anything to come back in return. You do it because you love your children unconditionally.
Right.
That's why you
sacrifice everything for your children.
Yeah.
You sacrifice. If you can open one door, we had this conversation with LeBron and Bronny.
Yes.
If you can open one door for your son, you will open it no matter who you are.
Right.
You will open it because the reason that you are there because you live through the things that he may be going through. So when you guide your kids, that's your responsibility to guide them through that stuff.
My point exactly. Every generation owes it to the generation that's coming behind them to show them, to leave a legacy and show them how to maneuver and how to survive in this world.
Right, but see,
because if you don't do that, because that's legacy. Every living organism in this world, on this earth, has a legacy. Every animal teaches the generation behind them how to survive. We have different definitions. We have different definitions of legacy. We have different definitions of legacy.
So what is your definition? Because teaching. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. Because teaching the next generation and other animals and organisms, guiding their youth and stuff, that's innate. That's instinctive. Right. That's innate. Right. And that's per survival. That's per keeping the life cycle going. They're not doing it for a legacy. Who creates legacy is other people.
Let me ask you
something important to that girl. Who am I to care, or who am I to have the audacity to want people to remember me and stuff like that? See, that's other people create that kind of stuff.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about every individual's legacy to themselves and to their family. So like if I'm not concerned with somebody outside of my family, if they know me or if they can, if they remember me when I'm gone. My legacy is to my daughter.
Even your family. I could care less what my daughter think about me when I'm gone. The only thing I care about is her. Only thing I care about is her well-being. I love her.
That's right.
That's it.
So
nothing back from her.
Right. But your daughter will still love you. Hold up, Mike.
So you're going to do anything you could to make sure that she knows how to maneuver and survive this world.
That's it. Right. But not for no legacy.
Let me ask you a question, Mike. Do you think your daughter will think any less of you if you died as a crackhead?
Good question.
No, probably not.
Right. That's what we're trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. What your accomplishments are your legacy. What your family think of you is not your legacy because they're always going to love you.
His legacy he was a crackhead.
You can't get around it. You still
what I'm saying. Guess what that is, Tom? And guess what you just said? Guess what that is? That's someone else's judgment.
Right. That's what a legacy is. What someone else is talking about you.
True.
Huh? A legacy, listen, a legacy could be true or not. A legacy is the way somebody frames what they're talking to you about you. Yep. Because let's say this. Yep. Let's say this. Yep. Kobe Bryant was a great basketball player. But if you talk, if I'm speaking about Kobe Bryant, I'm talking about Kobe Bryant, the father first, before I talk about Kobe Bryant, the basketball player.
And
so to me, his legacy is how he raised his kids.
All right, that's a good point. That's what I'm saying. It can be more than one thing.
Yeah, we are, Joe.
It'd be a great step. You know what I'm saying? But both is his legacy. Both.
Right, how about those, how about those Cowboys?
Look, going back to the crack. Hold on, real quick. Going back to the crackhead, right? You say, is it true? Would that be what he is? And I can say no. I can frame it as no. That was a troubled individual who turned to crack the coke. But who he really was an individual with a broken spirit.
You know, we all got different layers. We all got different layers. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
But that title, crackhead, is still under that legacy. It's still part of it. Whether you want to say it's something different, you might look at him as one thing. I might look at him as something different. That don't mean that you're right and I'm wrong.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying both points can still be true.
Right.
Well, let's say this.
But all I was saying to Mike is it's not true to that individual if that individual don't see it that way. You can say whatever you think it is, but to that individual, it's what it is.
That's not
because I see the legacy of the Cowboys right now sucking ass right now. So until we get rid of Jerry Jones, our legacy is suck. Okay, so let's talk about that legacy going up there.
Yeah,
I'm still living off the '90s legacy. So what?
Deal with the Ravens today. I'll tell you that much. I need to change my hat, man. We gonna deal with them Ravens today. I'm telling you.
Man, all right. So I want to get it. All right, let's get into the Ravens then, right? And the Steelers. First of all, I already know who you like, Tom. Man, who you like out of the Ravens and the Steelers today?
Listen, I truly like the Ravens. I'm a Derrick Henry fan, so I'm automatically rooting for the Ravens because I love Derrick Henry. But I see the factor of the point that Russell Wilson is playing great football right now, okay? And the Ravens their secondary isn't that good right now. But that Ravens front four is going to change a lot of Russell Wilson's passing abilities. Mm-hmm. Because we forget that Russell Wilson passes out of passes in lanes. He doesn't pass out the pocket because a lot of times he can't see over the pocket. So, I see it being a close game. I see it being one of the better games today, if not the best game today. But I see the Ravens pulling it off.
I think the best game, Bills and the Chiefs, but we're gonna come back to that. Ravens, Steelers. I will say this, man. Pittsburgh. You look at the last 5 matchups. Everybody want to say, well, last year Baltimore had a lot of drops. They should have won that game. But historically, Lamar's not played good against this team. There's something about how they read him.
He only beat him one time so far.
One time. He's got 7 interceptions to 4 touchdowns, this, that, and the other. His completion percentage is like 59% going against the Steelers. So it's something about that front, and they do it without a lot of blitzing. They're able to get home. They're able to get home a lot. So I'm just going to say this, man. You got the Ravens defense giving up so many yards a game. I think they give up damn near 300 yards passing a game, right? They don't give up much in the run. They only give up like 73 yards in the run. Pittsburgh only give up 87 yards in the run, but they only give up like 220 some yards passing a game or something. It's real low. And to me, I don't know if they're going to be able, because Derrick Henry is a different monster. I don't know if they're going to be able to contain that run game like they have in the past. And that might open it up for Lamar and them. I also want to say Lamar and them due for a win. But my gut is telling me that Baltimore is going to be pressing a little bit hard. They're going to be pressing. And Pittsburgh at home and Pittsburgh defense, they come to play. And I don't know. I'm leaning more toward Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more toward Pittsburgh.
You make a lot of good points, man. I'm gonna touch on that Derrick Henry thing. It seems like they go away from Derrick Henry sometimes, man, a little bit too soon. You know, it's a couple games this year where Derrick Henry only got maybe like 12, 13 rushes for the entire game. And I think, you know, Lamar, man, Lamar gonna do his thing. You already know that. Lamar, man, he's a playmaker. Man. He gonna do what he do. But I think the key to the game is, man,
I'm not so sure.
Just speeding Lamar up a little bit, making him get rid of that ball a little sooner, and TJ Watt, man, coming off that edge, man. The Ravens really don't mass protect a lot because Lamar is so elusive, so they don't mass protect a lot. But TJ Watt gets around that corner, man, like, you know what I'm saying, like a jailbreak, man. So I think he's gonna be impressive, man, and you know what I mean. Hopefully, make some earned throws, man. They get a couple turnovers and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you this, and this is the way I see it. If the Ravens play Lamar for MVP, they will lose this game. If they give Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry can get over 100 yards this game, they will win. But the Ravens, like what you call saying, they have a tendency to start playing and having Lamar throw the ball too damn much because they want him to get this MVP again. Okay, if they play that Lamar MVP game, they're going to lose. They can't play that same game that they played against Cincinnati. They can't do it.
I like to see Derrick Henry's statistics going up against Pittsburgh when he was in Tennessee and everything. I like to see how well he plays against Pittsburgh, how well Pittsburgh do with stopping him in the run game. And another thing I give Pittsburgh, they got like 24 sacks already this year. Baltimore don't get enough pressure on the quarterback.
Baltimore has
they have to blitz to get some. Even though they got like number 4 in sacks, but they don't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And I just think that plays to the advantage of Pittsburgh.
A lot of the Ravens sacks come off of disguised blitzes, especially from Henry. Humphrey and stuff. They come from disguised blitzes. Their front four doesn't get a lot of pressure.
All right, so I'm thinking, I think in order for the Ravens to win, that defense gonna have to stop somebody, man, because as first, you know, like Lamar, you can't expect Lamar to score every time they touch the ball, you know, so
some Ravens fans do.
Yeah, they do.
Because they know that's the only way they really gonna win, because they can't stop. You know, they having a hard time stopping people. Just look at the game last week, man. That dude scored. He had to score 4 straight touchdowns, man. You know what I'm saying? He had to score like that, man. That dude is steam, man. You know, and he's always going to be the X factor. I don't care what game they playing, who they playing against. He's always going to be an X. And pay attention to the boy Flowers too. Pay attention to him, man, because I heard he's dealing with a little injury or something like that. I think it's a rib injury. I'm not 100% sure, but you know what I mean. He gets cracked a couple times. You know what I'm saying? That might limit him, limit his speed, limit his willingness to try to go across the middle, things like that. So just pay attention to that too.
If the Ravens can't keep TJ Watt out of the backfield, and they have yet to do that in the Lamar era, he's been the game disruptor. Yeah. So even though we say Lamar's the X factor and stuff, I've seen Pittsburgh shut him down. Yeah. TJ Watt, he bends that quarter like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's swatting the ball out your hand, getting a sack or whatever. Now, Lamar done dropped that weight, and he looked ridiculously fast right now. So he might be able to get away and get out of some of them sacks. But Baltimore, I have yet to see them be able to keep TJ Watt out the backfield when these two teams play.
I haven't seen him play a complete game this year either. I don't watch him a lot, but you know what I mean? I be on the red zone a lot, but I haven't really seen Baltimore play a complete game, man. Oh, and Russ, man, Russ is on the team, man, where he got a coach, man, that believes in him, that backs him, man. He got some young weapons, man. Yeah. And it's almost like, you know, he still throw the deep ball. And it's like one-on-one where what Russ does that they wasn't, I ain't gonna say Justin Fields couldn't do it. I don't think they really allowed him to take chances like that. But Russ gonna give the dude the opportunity. If it's one-on-one, I'm gonna throw it up there. You make a play on the ball. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You know, opportunity to make a play on the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did against the Redskins last week, the Commanders. You know what I mean?
And Justin Fields he did a good job in the beginning of the season. but he can't do what Russ do. It ain't no quarterback in the league that throws that moon ball like Russell. He's the only one that throws that moon ball.
He used to be able to throw it. He can't do it no more. Aaron Rodgers. He can't do it no more.
But not quite like Russell throw. Not quite like that.
He can't do it no more.
Yeah. And to me, that's the difference, because when Justin throwing those back shoulder throws, they line drive. They quick on the receiver.
Right.
But Russell, he puts that thing up high pointed,
right,
letting them guys go up athletically and make plays, man. I'm telling you, man. And he's got a great touch on it. He's got a great touch on it.
And then even with the pressure, that touchdown he threw last week against the Commanders, even with the pressure, that was off the back foot and everything.
Off the back foot, baby. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
That was nice, man.
That was beautiful. So that's what it is, man.
I'm looking forward to that game, though. But let's talk about the Green Bay and Chicago. That quarterback. With the quarterback with Chicago, he's starting to come under some flack. This young boy for Chicago. I didn't even really think that Chicago really should have got rid of Fields and brought this guy in, who was really an unproven talent. But
the NFL does that all the time to these guys.
Yeah,
and that's the fucked up part about it. They automatically think that every black quarterback come in is going to be Lamar. Okay, and everybody doesn't even understand that Lamar sat his first 4 games. Flacco was starting.
He sat some games. Yeah. I think they grabbed Khalid because he had so many of the Patrick Mahomes tendencies. Yeah. And I think he's gonna be a good player. I just think Chicago team, they don't have a great offensive line, I don't believe. They got to compliment this kid a little bit more.
Clayton, I'm gonna let you finish. Then
No, you good. Go ahead. I'm finished.
So look, check it out. Mm-hmm. We see that we're seeing that now, right? You know what I mean? That maybe the pieces around him not really what they thought they was coming in. But when the season started, they were saying no NFL rookie has ever came into a situation and running back had the weapons and receiver. Had the offensive line, he had everything in place for him to succeed, right?
Mm-hmm.
He come in, they still don't want to say it's him. They fired the OC. The head coach is getting play. I think he's out here at the end of the season as well. Now they see this boy might not be living up to them unrealistic expectations. Now it's everybody but him. A lot of that falls on him. The thing about it is, he was athletic, like you say, Patrick Mahomes at school at USC. He looked athletic. He could get away from pressure. Them linebackers faster than him in the NFL. Hell, probably some of the defensive linemen faster than him. So that stuff he was making, extending plays when he was at USC playing Fresno, is not working in the NFL. And you know what I'm saying? He's holding on to the ball. He's not getting rid of it. And he's taking sacks. So that's the ball got to come out on time. You got to throw it.
But didn't Allen get hurt? His big time wide receiver?
Who?
Allen.
I don't know.
They got him from the Chargers. Allen.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Damn, I was stuck for a minute. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But DJ
I think he got hurt.
DJ Moore.
So I think
DJ
Moore up there. Yeah, he up there.
He up there. Yeah. He's saying, man, this guy, you know what I'm saying, is not.
I think the offensive line though is trouble. I think they got trouble on the offensive line. I really do.
Yeah, and like I said, to put it, they set him up to fail. They go into the media and be like, "Oh, now he has everything around him. He's going to be good and everything," and everybody still don't understand that he's still a fucking kid learning a grown man's game. Yeah, he's still a rookie. There's not too many rookies that you can throw right into the pot on a losing team. And let's not forget, Chicago was a losing team last year, and turn the franchise around. They put too much on this guy, just like they put too much on the dude in Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
big
they're putting
difference.
they putting too much on him. These guys are talented coming in, but just like Patrick Mahomes, just like Lamar, they gotta sit and let the game come to them, study it, then come out and play good. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Well,
saying?
I'm
It's
not
just
going to say Khalid failed. I'm not going to say he failed. I think he's had some bright spots this year, and I think because of what Jaden Daniels doing in DC, is making Khalid look like he's underperforming and stuff. I still would like to look at Khalid's numbers at the average rookie coming in the league and production and starting right away.
Clayton, it ain't just him. That chump in Denver, he playing good. Bo Nix. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
not.
yeah.
Yeah, but not. I think Bo Nix and Khalid's numbers are comparable.
Right, but they shouldn't be. Khalid should be leaps and bounds better than him. That's the point I'm making. Bo Nix wasn't the number one.
But just because he was the number one pick, don't necessarily mean he was leaps
And
and
yeah,
bounds
and
over
remember
Bo
where they
Nix.
playing at, and remember where they playing.
That's what we know. But I'm telling you, this boy was coming out of school and they was talking about he was Lamar
Yeah, yeah,
Mahomes.
they was calling him Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Man, get out of here with that nonsense. There's
Yeah.
no way
I
I
get it.
watched him
I
at
get
UNC.
it.
He wasn't that.
Yeah,
He wasn't
Yeah.
no Patrick Mahomes and
right,
no Lamar.
right,
So
right.
the Bo Nix, he shouldn't even be compared to no Bo Nix. I don't even know what round Bo Nix went in. I think he went in the third, fourth round or something. He shouldn't even be compared to him. He should be blowing him out of the water. It's
But
enough.
how much?
Well, see,
But how much did we watch Bo Nix in college?
Well, he was
we
there.
How can
didn't.
we say that? The name recognition might be usurping what Bo Nix really is, like because Khalid got all the hype. How much did we really watch him?
I saw Bo Nix at what's the name for 3 years. Then he went out. He went out west to Oregon. I think that was
But
Oregon for another 2 years.
but see,
He
right. But let's
was like
go
6
ahead.
years. So I saw Bo Nix, and he wasn't nobody that you know what I'm saying to make you, you know what I mean, jump out your seat and say this guy is this, that, and this. So they
Right, but
No.
let's remember who they playing though.
who?
He's really and Chicago's playing tougher defenses than what Bo Nix is playing. Bo
Mm.
Nix is not playing tough defenses. Now let's talk about that.
He almost beat Clayton King, the Clayton main man. They almost, matter of fact, when he left the field, they was a field goal block away from beating the best quarterback that ever put a Josh.
Not because of Bo Nix. Not
Not
because
because
of
of
Bo
Bo
Nix.
Nix.
Denver defense is nasty.
Quarterback wins. Quarterback wins. That defense,
Then he should.
No.
If quarterback wins, then he should take that L. Then he
That
should take
wasn't
that
Bo
L.
Nix. Denver had a solid game plan, conference game, and their defense is nasty.
You
Yeah.
ain't off the hook. No, that
It ain't
defense.
off the hook. I'm just saying I ain't giving Bo Nix all that credit.
Listen to me. Listen to me. That defense that you tout on here every week is the best defense since the '85 Bears. That
I
defense.
didn't say I've never said that.
No, but that's what you talk about. No,
I've never said that. No, I've
No, but
never said that.
I'm talking about what Caleb Williams is playing. You know, he goes against Green Bay defense.
Field goal away from winning. When he walked off the field, it was a 25-yard field goal game from. So
oh, that's true.
But listen, don't try to downplay it because Bo Nix is playing the same way Williams is playing. Don't downplay.
I'm not downplaying. I'm just saying you said he almost beat Patrick Mahomes and all that. I'm like, let's keep it in context. Denver played a good game plan. The team, that defense kept them in that game like that. They made some plays, but that wasn't Bo Nix didn't have no stellar game.
If you want to talk about it, Chicago should have lost the first game of the season if that bum Levi's down there didn't throw that.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying the dirt we throwing on Caleb's name is unwarranted.
Right. I'm just saying, he's playing in a harder division. His division is much harder. When you go up against Minnesota, Green Bay, and you're going up against Detroit, you're going up against a harder division right now.
Hey, so and that's exactly what Jim from up north said. Jim from up north said that NFC North is a meat grinder, right?
Yes, it is.
With that being said, let's move on to the Vikings and Minnesota and Tennessee. So Minnesota looking pretty good. Minnesota looking pretty good.
For weeks though, they ain't been looking too good though.
Yeah, they had a little rough. They had a little turbulence, but they still 8-2. They're still 8-2. Yeah.
Right. Hold up. I thought they had 3 losses. That's all right. I ain't know
they 8-2. Yeah, they're 8-2 still. Yep.
I thought Minnesota was 8-2.
And I like them today against Tennessee. I can't see Tennessee beating them.
This looked like an easy win for Minnesota today.
I'm going to say, where are they playing at?
They playing in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't know. Minnesota tends to play to their competition.
Well, they 8-2 though, man.
They still. I mean, if you look at some of them wins, though, some of them wins has been too close to bad teams.
Yeah.
They tend to play.
You almost say the same thing about the Chiefs. Then, if you know, what I mean, you take that approach. The Chiefs, they have close games too.
Right. I say that to the Chiefs too.
Yeah. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Everybody that play the Chiefs are playing their A game. The Chiefs got that target. Minnesota, not so much.
From up north don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that.
Look, that's one thing. Jim is a reasonable guy. He's a reasonable guy. He knows exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely.
That Chiefs Buffalo game. You know, let me predict, right? Buffalo gonna beat the Chiefs today, and when they see them in the playoffs, they're gonna lose like they always do.
That's been their history. That's been their history. The Bills got 3 wins, 3-1 in the regular season against the Chiefs, but they 0-3 in the playoffs.
Yep.
So it wouldn't surprise me. But I'm gonna say this: this is the last team on the Chiefs schedule, in my opinion, that can put a loss in the loss column. If they win today, they run in the table.
Division game. You don't think no division can get them like San Diego?
The reason I say that is because Andy Reid is one of the smartest coaches in football. Those last 2 games, if they don't mean nothing, none of those starters are playing.
Oh, that's possible.
None of those starters are going to play.
You're right about that.
Andy Reid is smart.
But I'll say this: he old school too. For them to sit the whole game, no, I don't believe that.
Right. They won't sit the whole game, but yeah.
I don't believe that.
Because
I'm sorry.
The way the NFL guys are going down, if they got it locked up, I can see Patrick Mahomes sitting the bench.
But see, that's like we're looking at it this way, right? They got the 1 seed, and then if Patrick Mahomes sit the last 2 games, then they gonna sit the first week of the playoffs. That's 3 weeks. That's
that's too much.
That's too much.
Hey.
Too much. You know what I'm saying? To come back in the playoffs.
We're talking about Patrick Mahomes. You give that guy some rest. That's like LeBron. You give him some rest. He's always professional. You don't see his game dwindling because of rest.
But you could be a little off your time. It could be 3 weeks up. You ain't seeing live bullets. That's a long time to come back in a high intensity playoff game, even though it'll be at home, man. That'll be tough. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take the chance. I want to keep them crisp and sharp. But I'm
not playing them. If we got it wrapped up, I'm not playing them. This is not gonna happen.
I'll play them like a quarter if they got anything locked up. I'll play them a quarter or something. Yeah.
All right. Now, what y'all think about this next matchup? The Raiders and the Dolphins.
Dolphins at home.
Yeah.
Dolphins
don't have a quarterback, man. The GM reached out the other day and shot. You know what I mean? I was on the bus though, but they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they don't have a quarterback. Yeah.
The GM reached out to
you the other day. Yeah. It ain't much there in that game.
Hey,
what about this matchup?
Your man Clayton. They say Shador. They say he's on their radar. He should be.
He should be.
They say he's on their radar.
This might be a challenge though, as far as where Dallas picked and the fact that they just signed Dak with all that money. So that's going to be a challenge, But the Raiders can very much might be in the mix for him. And Jacksonville, don't sleep on them. Even though I love
there's a lot of teams. Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
Yeah, don't sleep on them. Yeah.
You got the Giants that's going to be in play for him. You got a lot of teams.
Yep. The Giants is another one. Yep.
Let me ask y'all this then about Shador, right? So if you Shador and a team that you don't want to go to, a team that you don't want to go to, do you Do you hold out until you get the team that you want? Then like
do the Eli Manning thing, like do what
His father already said it.
Yeah,
his father already said it.
You think that's a good look?
Listen, man, this why I don't like it personally. But Dion has got a lot of money behind him. Affleck, this person, that person. Dion is football royalty at this moment.
Listen,
he can do what he wants.
Yeah. Listen, I see the why you would do that, but for him, I don't think his talent demands that. I think his talent demands him go to where he gets picked. I don't think if he sits out there, I don't think there's going to be a lot of teams saying, "Oh, he's sitting out, so now let me go trade some assets to get his trade pick for him." I don't see him being that quarterback. I see him being.
You know what, man? I wouldn't see him sitting out. I don't think he would have to. Say like a team like the Raiders, since we talking about them. Say like the Raiders draft him, and he for whatever reason he didn't want to go there, right? His representative, his papa talk to the Raiders like, look, man, we don't want to come there, but we want to go to the Giants, so to speak. So y'all
make it happen.
Yeah, right. That's it. Y'all swap picks. Y'all got to talk to each other, swap picks, swap players and stuff. So I can get the way I'm going. I don't think it would happen.
Right.
It's never. It's not going to come down. It's not going to come down to him threatening not to play. It's not even going to come down to that.
Eli did, right? Yeah. That's the same thing Eli Manning did with
the exact same thing Eli Manning did. That's the exact same.
Well, hey, that's the exact same thing John Elway did.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but John Elway said, "I'm going to play baseball." The difference. He really threatened to sit out.
Right.
Eli didn't have to go to that extent. He didn't have to go to that extent. He just said, "I'm not playing for y'all. Make something happen." They made it happen. I think
but the question is, what will
the Chargers still drafted Eli? He was up
right. They drafted him and sent him
and traded him.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So now the question would be, what do you give up if you really want Deion Sanders' son? What do you give up?
I don't know.
Because if I'm in the pick before him, that's my phone.
It depends on the team.
Right. If I'm let's say if I'm the Giants and I got first pick, and the Raiders come to me like, we want Shedeur, I'm like, okay, well, give me your first and your second if you want them, because you come to me. You come to me. Right. You come to me.
I give you a first and a third or first and a fourth or whatever. Yeah, that's what you asked for. Yeah.
You can definitely get a haul, because a quarterback solidifying that position is the most important position to solidify. So that holds value in itself. Because
look at it this way, Shedeur's a good quarterback, but there's some good quarterbacks coming out too that's perfectly ready now too, especially the dude from Oregon. They highly praise that dude right now.
Okay.
So I think Shedeur is a sexy pick for a team that get him, but again, if you treat him like they've been treating these quarterbacks that's been coming out lately, not giving him the time to mature, I can see the Shedeur going down the same route that Williams going down now.
I'm curious to see Shedeur without them weapons, because what I've been watching these last few weeks, those weapons they got, he's got the luxury of just throwing that bitch up.
And let me say this.
Going to get it.
And let me say
They're
this.
going to get it. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying a lot of that is those playmakers.
But let me ask this question though. Is he coachable without Deion? What is that chip he carries without his father coaching him? Is he willing to listen to an offensive coordinator? Is he willing to listen to a quarterback coach? How is he going to be in that quarterback room? Yeah.
Because his father has brought him up with that football mindset, and his father was going to always be in his ear. And his father going to make sure he's listening to them coaches. Go ahead, Tonk. I'm sorry, bro.
No, bro. You good. But I'm saying they might go to Caleb Williams' way, and like whoever drafts him, say it be the Raiders or something, they might go out and get free agent receivers and things like that to try to load up the talent around them. You know what I'm saying?
They need to. Yeah. They're going to need to.
All right, let me ask y'all about this next game. The LA Rams and the Patriots. What y'all think about that game? The Rams kind of a little hard to figure out this year. They be kind of like,
They are. They are. And what's the name now? Hey, I know he had some
Hey, sorry, fellas, I got to go because it's almost game time. Going to put some stuff on the grill.
Have a
All right, gentlemen, I'll see y'all next week.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. What would you guys say?
I think what's the name? And Matthew Stafford, man, I only think he got like 10 touchdowns on the year or something like that, man. He not really, and I know his receivers been injured up there and things like that. But
I think Cooper Kupp is back. And I think the Rams have actually started to play better.
Yeah.
They're starting to play better. Yeah.
If he got his whole arsenal of talent there, they should be better. But New England, who did New England beat last week? Was it the Bears? I think New England.
I can't remember. Yeah.
They showed a little grit. They showed a little grit, especially on defense. They showed a little grit. The game they won last week, man. So
I'm going with the Rams in this matchup.
Me too. All right, what about Cleveland and New Orleans?
Cleveland should win the game, man. Cleveland should win that, man.
I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I don't know either.
Who home? Who's the home team?
New Orleans is the home team.
And remember, we was talking last week. David Carr was back last week. I thought he was still out.
Yeah, he was. I didn't think he played. He did play last week, and they still lost. Didn't they lose?
Yeah, they still lost. They still lost. He played last week. Yeah, he played last week.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Browns on that because Tonk say I always pick them, so I'm gonna pick them.
That Cleveland team out.
He said I'm on the low. I'm a Cleveland fan.
So I like Cleveland.
Oh, okay. All right. What about this next game? Indianapolis, the Colts and the Jets.
I'm going with the Jets, man.
I'm about to say that's a toss-up, man. But they brought back. They brought Richardson back.
They brought Richardson back.
They brought him back. Well, they knew they couldn't start Flacco, man, every game of the season, man. They couldn't do that. I just think they jumped the gun a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With him, I think they jumped the gun a little bit, man. But he has to get more accurate, man. He doesn't throw an accurate ball at all, man. His completion percentage is way low, man. Way low. So he got.
I think the game too fast for him right now. I just think the defense is confusing him.
He's a rookie, so it's like his rookie season because he ain't.
Yeah. So he going through his growing pains. Yeah, I don't expect much from him.
Right. Well, why not just sit him down though and just let Flacco? You know what I mean?
Because Flacco is worse. Flacco could come in and spell you for a game and a half, maybe two, but to be a day in, day out quarterback, man, Flacco ain't trying it. I only think he wanted, put up with the grind of doing it.
I disagree with that, but go ahead. I disagree with that. He had a bad week, but you look at them games Flacco played early in the season. He was doing it. I disagree with that.
You fresh. You're not injured.
I think it was a business. I just think it's a business decision. That's all. I think it's a business decision.
Could be. I would never state up against that because that's always first and foremost. But I just think when Flacco was playing well, he wasn't dinged up. He didn't have them bumps and bruises. You know what I mean? When they matter, week 10, week 11, you know what I mean? You're a little long in the season. You're a little long in the tooth. You know what I mean? It's factoring a little bit more, but that's a good point though. It's business. You know what I mean? It's always business. You know that. It's always business. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what y'all think about the Jacksonville and Detroit? That's gonna be a good game, I think, right there. Detroit, man.
I think Detroit gonna smoke them, man.
You think they're gonna blow them out?
That ugly game out their system last week. Well, what's the name? Threw all them picks and stuff, man. I think they're gonna be back locked in like they've been, man. And Jacksonville ain't been looking good at all this year.
Is the Prince back? Because I know he got hurt, and they wound up putting Witchcomb in the game.
Mac
Jones. Yeah.
You're right.
Is he starting today, Tonk?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm a little nervous about that game. I like the Lions, but I don't like the line movement in that game. And that everything is screaming, take the points in that game with the Jaguars. But I like the Lions to win that game. I do. Yeah.
All right, this next game, Atlanta and Denver. I think this is going to be a good game.
That should be a little sneaky good game. Yeah, I want Atlanta to win, though. I want Atlanta.
That's my pick for America today. Take Atlanta in the points in that game.
Okay.
What they get?
Yeah.
What they get?
They're only getting 2.5, but the way the line moved, they opened up. They opened up with which come +2, and now it's -2. So that's a 4-point swing. That's why I say,
They in Denver or they home? They in Denver or they home?
They in Denver.
They in Denver, and Denver was getting 2, but now Denver giving them 2.
Okay.
And I like Atlanta in that game.
Hey, I want Atlanta to win too.
Yeah, I want Atlanta to win too. All right. What about the Seattle and San Francisco? That's gonna be a good game.
49ers, baby. Christian McCaffrey's back.
That could be a good game.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's back.
All right.
And ain't Metcalf out too? Ain't Metcalf out for Seattle?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Well, he was last game, I thought.
Right. That's what I was saying. I don't know if he's still out or not. They got that Christian McCaffrey back. It's interesting because last week, they treat him with kid gloves. They ain't want to, throw him back. It'll be interesting today if he get a lot of usage out of him today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want, you coming up to the stretch run, man. You want them healthy for the playoffs. That's first and foremost.
Healthy.
But then you want to get to the playoffs too. You know what I'm saying? So you got that's like a tricky scenario. You know what I mean? You got to straddle the fence on that.
This next matchup, Kansas City and Buffalo. Who y'all like in that game?
I'm going with the Chiefs till they lose.
Yeah, you got to go with them until they lose, I think. Even though Buffalo is home, I still think you got to go with Kansas City, man.
Until they lose.
But the thing about it is, Josh Allen, like we was talking about earlier, Josh Allen always played well against Kansas City when the stakes aren't high. But no, I ain't gonna lie. He played well in that playoff game. I ain't gonna lie.
He did. They just lose. Yeah, they just lose. But I'm gonna say one of the underrated things. Everybody talking about how Kansas City offense is struggling, which it is, but Kareem Hunt has been huge for them. And I'm telling you, man, Buffalo is susceptible to the run. So and that's what Kansas City is doing this year. They playing time of possession. They doing a lot of that this year. So I like Kansas City in this situation.
I ain't want them to get the first time that he was there.
Yeah.
Always like Kareem.
He doing his thing.
What I was going to say. Oh, okay. Now the next one. This is going to be a pretty good game, I think. Cincinnati and the LA Chargers.
I think is that the night game, Mike? Is that the Sunday night?
Tonight.
Yeah, that's 8:20. Yeah, that's 8:20 game.
I got San Diego winning that, man. Even though I want Cincy to win, I think San Diego, man, they style of play got Jim Harbaugh written all over it, man. Run the ball, play good defense, man. Situational passing. He making Justin Herbert, man, more efficient, taking care of the ball a lot more. Seems like, man, not too risky passing, things like that. That's Jim Harbaugh all the way around, man. So I think they beat. But see, Cincinnati can just score at will, man. They can just score. They just can't stop nobody. And like
Bengals defense is paper thin, and they can't tackle nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland. If the Chargers run the ball, play that time of possession game, Joe Burrow won't get enough possessions. You know what I'm saying? He won't get enough possessions. So
with all that said, I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad if they win. I ain't gonna lie. I don't be mad right now.
They need this win, and I'm not counting them out of the playoff picture. The reason I'm not counting them out of the playoff picture because Joe Burrow, not that he's having such a great year. He is up there though. He number 1, I think, in passing yards.
Well, he is having a great year.
And I think Lamar number 2. But I'm just saying, most times in the playoffs, those usable suspects are in there. They find a way of getting in there. And I think Cincinnati gonna find their way in the playoffs this year. So they need this game. And I'm going with the Bengals.
All right. And let me see. All right. The Cowboys and the Houston Texans.
Houston.
You know what, man? Yeah. Why, I'm asking y'all this. Why y'all think CJ Stroud not having that same type season he had last year?
I think he having a decent year.
Why you not think he having the same type of year he had last year?
Injuries. Nico Collins went out. The boy they just got, Stephon Diggs, went out. You know, it's different stuff happening.
Stephen wasn't there last year, but I give you Nico. So what you think, Mike?
Yeah.
What you think?
I think people got film on him. You know what I mean?
That too.
That's exactly what it is. They know how to attack him now. You know, defense, they get paid too. I think they know how to attack him. And now he's gonna have to make the adjustment now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They adjusted to him. Now he got to make the adjustment. You know what I'm saying?
But I think he's having a solid year though.
I don't know what the stats are. I don't have.
He having a solid year.
He having an okay year, but he not like he was last year. And I think it got a lot to do with, you know, having film on him, see what his tendencies are, you know, things like that. But
watch him down the stretch, Tom.
Yeah, they gonna they gonna lose. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I like the Rico Rhymes, man. I love him, man. I'm glad he's doing well in that position, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I got before we get out of here, man. Y'all, what y'all think about the game yesterday with Colorado and Utah yesterday?
I didn't even see it, man. I was watching that Georgia-Tennessee game. I ain't even see it.
You watched Georgia-Tennessee?
Yeah. I ain't see it. You watch it?
Yeah, I watched the game. I think Colorado, they got explosive players. They got playmakers, right? They can score, but they were fortunate because Utah's starting quarterback went out with a season-ending injury. So the kid that they first recruited to start, they benched him, and the other guy was playing, but he got hurt. So they brought him back. So the guy gave him 3 picks. He gave him 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
So yeah. But no, it's like I said, that's why I say watching Shedeur and that team, those playmakers, man. Travis Hunter, one play, he just threw it up. It's 3 guys down there. He just threw it up. Travis just go up and get it. And they got so much speed on the outside. They got a lot of speed on the outside. So yeah, they played a solid game. They beat Utah, but I think part of it was Utah's quarterback situation.
Because I know I ain't gonna say going into the game, but like a couple of weeks ago, they were saying that was going to be a test for Colorado. That Utah game was going to be a test. But I haven't seen Utah all season. I haven't seen them, so I didn't know how their team looked or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can see it because they came out driving and they had to settle for field goals, and it was quarterback play, just missteps, mishaps here and there, and stuff like that. So. Yeah, that's why they thought it was going to be a good game. But once that boy went out with a season-ending injury, changed everything.
Yeah.
You know, the game going to be Kansas. Even though Kansas ain't got a winning record, next week the game going to be Kansas and Colorado. Kansas just knocked off undefeated BYU yesterday.
They beat BYU?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. Yep.
Damn, I ain't know that.
Yep. Yeah, so BYU got 1 loss on their record now.
Did Oregon win? You know, they was in a dogfight with Wisconsin.
Oregon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
They was in a dogfight with Wisconsin. Matter of fact, they was losing at the half.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know, number 1 in the country. Oregon, number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
They had a dogfight with Wisconsin. If Jim from up north, you still listening, brother, man, shoot us that score, man. Let me see what the outcome of that. Because I ain't even see the college football final. I normally watch that. I ain't see it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, Jim checked out. Jim checked out a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Clayton, do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can go to find your book at.
Oh, Amazon.com. Trauma, my love letter to the world.
You gotta resend me that your banner because some kind of way it got erased. So you just resend me the banner and I'm gonna put it back up.
Okay, it's all good. Maybe we might start putting more energy and focus on this new one I got coming. So
all right, that's cool.
We're gonna sit patient. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I really need to start moving forward and go ahead and release, let it come out somehow. Either I'm gonna get picked up or I'm gonna self-publish, but I need to start moving forward. So that's what's up.
That's right, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tom.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Always, man.
Talk always coming. Hey, Mike, love your perspective, bro. Love your perspective. I'm just saying, man, it's your perspective.
And just Just like yours is your perspective,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely, right. So we're gonna let Mike Tyson have his.
Yeah. Well, it's either way, you
I'm messing
gotta
with you, man. I'm
whether you
messing with
want to accept it or not.
you. Yeah.
Whether you want to
What's your what's your zodiac energy, Mike?
I'm Taurus.
You Taurus. Okay. Yeah, that's Earth, man. That's Earth. That's
Yeah.
Earth. That's Earth energy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you really business minded, money driven stuff. That's good. That's what's up. That's what your energy. That's the archetype of your energy. Yeah. So
I'm
it
really
makes sense that it makes sense that it'd be a major thing, in terms of how you define life and success. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I think that like Tom, what's your I don't really follow this stuff, but what's yours, Tom?
Yeah. What's yours, Tom?
Scorpio.
Oh yeah, you definitely a Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is conflict. They always like to they like to get it in, and you definitely that, bro. You definitely that in a good way. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just wanted to throw that at you, Mike. It's all love, man.
Man, let me say this, man. It's always good. Stop, boy. Get out.
You got a cat?
Yeah. It's always good, man, to have difference of opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. And it stays respectable, man. That's what I love about it. You know what I'm saying? It stays respectable, man. Even when we don't agree. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like, man. But I look forward to this all week, man. I'm serious.
All the time. Yeah, all the time. That's what's up. Yep. And it's good to embrace all of it too, because there's something in it.
Right.
I don't care who opinion it is, there's something in it.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, man. All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me go so I can get ready to fuck with G-Day today.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to get up for this game.
Okay.
Yep. Still a week. Yep.
That's right.
All right, man.
All right.
All
Peace
right,
out, y'all.
All right. All right. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about, anything that we said on the podcast. And let me see. With that being said, don't forget to check us out every Saturday at 11 a.m. for our live show. And feel free to participate in our discussions. And I'll check y'all out next Sunday. Peace.